Hello and welcome. Today I am going to play Blitzkrieg 1939 6th Armored Corps game, and today I will play a Battle of Tomaszów Mazowiecki. Tomaszów Mazowiecki was the last place where Poles could stand against the German 16th Armored Corps that advanced on Warsaw after beating the Polish army of Prussia in the Battle of Piotrków. Polish 13th Infantry Division, which was brought there, was kinda in hurry. This division was originally on the north, near Pomerania, where it was about to take part of the Polish Intervention Corps that was about to enter Gdańsk if Germans would start to do something there against the international laws. But when Germans invaded Poland with full-scale war, then 13th Infantry Division had to be transported quickly onto Tomaszów. Due to the Luftwaffe attacks, this transport was extremely slow, and division arrived to Tomaszów in about 5th and 6th of September. German tanks were already arriving there, and Polish commander had a little time to prepare any kind of defense. Battle of Tomaszów Mazowiecki can be seen as the battle of doctrines, because Polish commander prepared his forces in the way typical to the 20s and 90s doctrine. He gathered his artillery in one big group and spread his battalions around, being certain that Germans will take their time to fight against them, and that will be enough to buy him some time. But he was wrong. German tanks weren't eager to look around and fight every Polish battalion. Instead, they made their way into Tomaszów and then attacked Polish artillery. The effect was devastating. Polish artillery was almost completely evaporated, and Polish headquarters quickly lost its contact with all its units. The division was eliminated from combat after one day quick and devastating attack, so nothing stood on Germans' way to Warsaw. This is a fourth scenario for this game, and it can be played in the two ways. Historically accurate when you play a one-day battle, or even easier for Germans, where you can play 2 days battle. Also, you can use a hypothetical scenario that allows Poles to use one of their tank battalions. There was a Polish tank battalion nearby, and it would be able to help 13 Infantry Division, but due to the contact and command issues, Polish tanks weren't able to help infantry. And when it comes to Germans have their 1st Infantry Division that enters the battlefield from this hex in the turn 1 of the day 1, and then they have 4th Infantry Division, which is about to enter the battle in the turn 2 of the day 1. So German tanks have massive strength, and it's really hard for the Poles to stop them. How about victory conditions? There are 4 victory points for capturing Tomaszów, 5 victory points for capturing Lubochnia, and 1 point for each village around. So Germans might have easy task if they will capture Tomaszów, and you can tell that the way to the Tomaszów is open because of the mistakes that Polish command made. So this is a very hard battle for Poles, but that's how it was in the history. Oh, one more thing, minefields. Of course, there are minefields as well, and Polish player can place one minefield. Of course, I have here 3 counters. 2 of them are fakes, and 1 of them is real minefield. And now I am going to shuffle them, and then I have to place them. So I will place one of them here, one of them there, and one of them there. Okay, I will find which minefield is real and which one is fake when Germans will arrive. Alright, so that's all when it comes to the German, to the preparation of the combat. Germans have one air support unit in this scenario. Also, like I said in my previous plays of this game, Germans have to use their units with losses from the 3 previous battles. So both Germans divisions suffered some losses in the previous battles, as you can see here, so they aren't as strong as they were at the beginning of the war. Okay, let's go. I will start with German engineer unit, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it is going to check what it is here, because if these are minefields, then combat engineers will be able to remove it. Oh, these are fakes. That's good. That's amazing. So it was 5. Wait, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's where they are going to write. And now this battalion is going to join them. So we will be able to attack Polish guns, and this battalion is going to move here, and this battalion is going to move there, and same goes to that German reconnaissance unit. So we are going to engage Polish artillery, so it won't be able to support Polish unit in defense. Alright, so that's the first move. Now my tanks. My tanks are not that strong because, like I said, they suffered some losses, especially first regiment. So I have to use them wisely. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So the entire first battalion of the 2nd regiment rides here. Next, first battalion of the 1st regiment goes there. Like I said, this is it is a weakened unit, so let them take care of capturing Tomaszów, and let them move like that. Now these anti-tank guns will be there. I wonder if my guns can ride there as well. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can be there, here. I need to give them some protection. So this 2-tank company will join them. And now the other German units. These anti-tank guns will ride here. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. and this company also is going to join them. And now, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay, and German headquarters goes here. So that's all when it comes to the German movement. You can see that I did no attack in the march in this turn, because my goal wasn't to fight with as many Polish units as possible, but rather to drive as fast as possible to secure Tomaszów and to take care of Polish artillery. So I think my plan is going to work, I hope so. And that's all for the German movement. Polish counterattack phase, but Poles have no options to perform any successful counterattacks. So now we go into the German combat phase. So, who is going to attack and where? This tank battalion is going to attack this Polish infantry battalion. So, this is 1, 2, and 4. So I think that these units are, well, yeah, they have total of 23, so they are quite strong. And 23 versus Polish battalion that has 4, I believe. Polish 13, yeah, 4. So it's 23 versus 4, so it will be 6 to 1. And 5 to 1 because of the stream, and 4 to 1 because of the village. So it is 4 to 1. Oh, Poles are defending bravely. 11, so nothing. German tanks cannot advance. Wow, I'm really surprised of this result. So now let's check for losses. 21, 25, minus 1, minus 2, 11, 15. So Polish losses, 2. So they paid dearly for this brave defense. And now German losses, Poles had 4 and plus 2, this is 11, 15. And 8 in the 11, 15. 1 loss for German battalion. Alright, who's next? I think that the next attack is going to be here, and now my aircraft, where I will use it here, but for now these 2 battalions and this tank company is going to attack this Polish artillery. So first my tanks are attacking this German artillery and they are firing at it. This is 5, 2, so they have 7, so they can fire 3 times, and 2 versus 1 is plus 1, minus 1 due to the woods it is 0, so they are firing 3 times with 0, 1 hit, a miss, and 2 hits. Amazing, they scored 2 hits on this Polish artillery, so this is getting historically accurate. Like I said, this Polish artillery was literally massacred by Germans. And now combat. Well, I know that they have 10 to 1 without even counting the strength, because artillery, when it fights all by itself, it has only 1 strength point left, and this artillery has already 1 point left because it lost 2 due to the German tanks. So it is 10 to 1 and 9 to 1 because of the woods, so it's 9 to 1, and 6 in the 9 to 1 is B3. So Polish artillery has to suffer 3 losses, and it already has 1 point, so it is eliminated, and Germans can enter this hex. Okay, and now let's roll for the German losses. Polish artillery had 1, +1 because of the woods, and -1 because, +1 because of the woods, so it's 2, 3, and 7, no losses for Germans. Okay, now this motorized battalion attacks this Polish artillery with support of the aircraft. So this is, I believe they have 10, yes, this is 10 versus 1, so this is 10 to 1 and 9 to 1 because of the woods, and 4 in the 9 to 1, this is B4, so Polish artillery has to retreat 4 hexes, and so it suffers 4 losses, so it is eliminated as well. One, two, 1. I can only move on the hex where enemy unit was if it is eliminated. And Air Force was spent. And let's check for the German losses. Poles had 1, +1 because of the woods. 8, no losses for Germans. I think this scenario can be more interesting if you played, let's say, hypothetical version, where you are free to set up poles as you like. So you are not going to use historical setup, but you can set up poles as you like, so you can avoid the major mistakes that Polish commander did in this battle. Next, this German reconnaissance unit attacks this Polish artillery. It will use the support of artillery, so it has, let me find, 5 and 4, because this artillery was moving, and this is motorized artillery, so it has 1 point less. So 4 and 5, this is 9, and fire combat. Germans have 1 versus 1, so it's 0 and -1 because of the woods, so 2 hits, 6 and 2. 1, we scored a hit on this heavy artillery. Ha. This is better than I expected, really. And now Polish artillery can fire. 4, it has 1, +1 because of the terrain, so it's 2, and 3. So this is 1 hit as well. So some of the German light armored cars were burnt as well. And now combat. So Germans had 8 versus 1, so it's 8 to 1, -1 because of the woods, so it's 7 to 1, and 9 in the 7 to 1 is B2. So Polish artillery has to retreat 2 hexes and suffer 2 losses when, well, it is eliminated. Let's roll for the German losses. It will be in the 2-3 verse, no losses for Germans. And now, finally here, this artillery, the 2nd artillery unit, supports this infantry in the attack on this artillery. So this motorized infantry battalion has a strength of 3 and 4, so we have 7 versus 1, 7 to 1, and 6 to 1 because of the woods. 9 in the 6 to 1, this is B1, so it retreats 1 hex and suffers 1 loss. Germans are pursuing. And now losses. Germans had 9, so it's 9, 10, -1, 4, 5. And 9 in the 4, 5, 1 loss for Polish artillery. Well, it is still alive, but with only 1 point left. And German losses 4 with 1, 2, 3, and 2, 3. No losses. No, One loss. Okay, this is one loss because no, wait. It was 4. Polish artillery had 1. Plus 1, it's 2, 3. No, no losses for Germans. All right. So that's all when it comes to the German attacks. You can tell it was devastating, especially against Polish artillery, which was literally obliterated by Germans. Well, historically accurate. And now we can go on and do our actions with Poles, or rather what remains of Poles. Well, actually Polish infantry suffered little of losses, but it was outmaneuvered and divided. So there is a little options for Poles to do anything now, but still they have to try their best. So, what I am going to do. This battalion here will fortify itself. This battalion goes here, and this battalion goes there. Well, I haven't much of them. I need to move 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. My RT goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well, or rather, what remains of my RT. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now this group here. Well, they are effectively cut off from the other Polish forces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can move like that, but they 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I will try to do something, but well, the best thing I can do is to pray, I guess. So that's all for the Poles. Well, Blitzkrieg, that's Blitzkrieg for you. So that's all for Poles, and this concludes turn 1. I guess it is enough for you to tell that trying to stop 2 armored divisions with 1 infantry division, which was hastily transported into this area, is not a very good idea. So we can get this artillery back to normal. And now Germans. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They are attacking these guns from the march. So this is 7 to 1. It has 4 versus 1, so it's 4 to 1. Oh, they have 3, sorry, because when we are attacking from the march, we have our strength limited, so it's 3 to 1. I can also fire at this artillery once, and 2 versus 1, it is 1. So I scored a hit. I destroyed them with fire attack. So great. So I don't even have to worry about the combat. Well, I have still to roll for the German losses. Polish unit had a strength of 1, so no losses for Germans. And since I was able to eliminate them, but not in the combat, I can take this hex, but I don't want to. Well, you will see why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This battalion is going to attack here, but normally, not from the march, but a regular attack. these units are going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My artillery has a range of 6, so I have all area here in range. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they will attack here. Next, German battalions that are arriving as the reinforcements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and wait, let's see if I can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I cannot. I can only move here. I was much in hurry to do so. Next, these anti-tank guns are riding here. These tanks are moving there. This artillery and tanks goes here. These combat engineers and tanks are moving on there. So that's all when it comes to the German movement. Yes, that's all. So let's resolve German attacks. First I'm going to attack here with this battalion. And they have 7, 7 and 8. So they have 23, and this company has 4, so it's 27. And I can still use my one of my air groups, but I think I will use it here. So this is 27 versus 5. 27 versus 5 will be 5 to 1 and 4 to 1 because of the village. So this is 4 to 1, 9 in the 4 to 1, this is B1. So they have to retreat. German tanks are capturing this town, and now this is it was 2630 -1, so it's 2125, and 9 in the 2125, 2 losses for Poles. And the German losses, 8 in the 4-5 plus 1, 1 loss. Okay, who's next? Them. It is 4, 7 and 11, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 15 versus 4, so it will be 4 to 1 and 5 to 1, 4 to 1 and 3 to 1 because of the woods. 9 in the 3 to 1, B1, so defender has to retreat 1 hex. They are taking this hex, and now 6, 10 and 7, no losses for Poles, and Poles had 4, 5 plus 1, also 6, 10 and 7, no losses for Germans. Next, here I have 4 from my 2nd artillery unit, seven, 12, this one has 7, so it's 19, 19 plus 5, 24, and 24 plus 4, it's 28. So it's 28 versus 3. So it will be 8-1, 9-1 because of the combat engineers, 10-1 because of, no, I cannot use star because I am in the woods. So it's oh, so they have their strength halved because they are in the woods. So it will be not 25 but 23. So it's 23 versus 3, so it will be 8-1. Okay, still 8-1, and 9-1 because of the combat engineers, 7-1 because of the fortification, and 6-1 because of the village. So it's 6-1 and 8 in the 6-1. This is B2. So they cannot retreat, so they have to suffer 2 losses. Alright, and now losses after combat. 21-25, -1, -2, so 11-15, and 4, 1 loss. So this battalion has one point left. And German losses, there was 3, and 1, 2, 6, 10, and 5, 1 loss for Germans. So 2-1-1 suffers 1 loss. Alright, and now here, these Polish anti-tank guns are firing at German tanks. So they have 0 as a basic strength and +1 because they are in the woods. +1 and 6, so I think they score a hit. Yes, they scored a hit on this 7-36. And now let's see if they weren't destroyed. No, they weren't. So now Germans 7, 12, and 17. So it's 17 versus 4. So it will be 4-1, 3-1 because of the woods. And 4 in the 3-1, this is B2. So they retreat 2 hexes. Germans are moving on here. And next we are going to calculate the losses. It was 60-20, -1, 11-15. 2 losses for Polish units. And Poles had 4 +1 and 7, no losses for Germans. And the final battle goes here, 6-2 and 7-2. So they have 15 and 46 has 18. So 15 plus 18 will be 28, 33. So it's 33 versus 4. So it will be 8-1. 8-1 and 7-1 because of the village. So it's 7-1 and 3. It is B3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 for Germans. And 1. And losses 33, 35, -1, 26, 30. 10, 3 losses for Polish battalion. Okay, and German losses, it was 4 +1, 8, 6, 10, 1 loss for Germans. And this concludes German combat phase. So, everything that remains of Polish forces can do little, actually. well, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. 1, 2, 1. I was here or there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will still be able to hold several villages, but nothing more. And now here, 1, 2. And that's all when it comes to the Polish movement. And now German counterattack phase. Germans are not counterattack anywhere, and Poles are trying to attack this German motor regiment battalion. So they have these two battalions that are already weakened after the fights. Let me check. 3 and 4. So and 1 because of the headquarters. So it's 8 versus 5. So it will be 2 to 1 and 1 to 1 because of the woods. 8, nothing. And now losses. Poles had 8, 6, 10, minus 1 for 5. No losses for Germans. Germans had 5 plus 1, so it's 6, 10. And 2 losses for Poles. So they are very unlucky. Okay, so this concludes turn 2. And we are moving into turn 3. And turn 3 is always a night turn. So in the night turn, options are often very limited, and I think that the Germans are not even eager to do much in the night turn. Actually, they would rather fortify themselves here. Why I'm doing so? Because I don't want to suffer any additional losses. I have still one more battle to complete before the end of the campaign, so wasting my forces on the attacks where I already have all the locations that I need for the victory is pretty pointless, I guess. So that's all. Germans are not going to attack anywhere. And now Poles. 1. And they are fortifying themselves. So that's all for Poles, and now let's calculate the victory points. First, Germans gain 1 victory point, 5 victory points for Tomaszów. No, 4. 5 for Lubochnia, so it's 9. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 plus 9 is 16. And now Poles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they have 9 victory points versus 16, so this is definitely a German victory. Well, that was a Blitzkrieg. Polish division was outmaneuvered, outnumbered and destroyed in a very quick operation. Of course, you are more than welcome to try to play this scenario with your own setup of the Polish forces. Then battles surely goes otherwise, and probably not as fatal for Poles as it was in the history and as it was in this play. But that's your choice. You can also use this one additional Polish tank battalion. It was possible for Poles to use it, but Polish communication and command ship was made it impossible. So that's all for this play. Like I said, it was a pretty quick scenario. It can be played as a 2-day scenario, but I recommend this version only if you play with this additional Polish tank battalion and your own setup of the Polish forces. Otherwise, 1 day is surely enough. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching and see you next time.